So like, I've covered pretty much all of Riverdale over the last 4 years. I was there when Cheryl's dad's secret twin showed up. I was there for Edgar Evernever's rocket ship. I was there for the 7-year, just kidding, 6-month time skip. I've seen it all, and somehow I survived. Now, season 6 is here, and it just started with this little mini-series thing of 5 episodes that just ended a couple weeks ago. And let me tell you, I cannot even begin to describe what Riverdale even is at this point. Like, all I can say is Riverdale is pure insanity. Let me show you what I mean. But before that, really quick, this video is sponsored by Audible. If you don't know what Audible is by now, Audible is an online service that lets you download audiobooks, audio newspapers, and just like all kinds of spoken word entertainment. If you sign up now, you can start listening with a free 30-day Audible trial, which gets you 1 free audiobook from the premium selection. And also, Audible has a limited time offer going on right now. The first 3 months you pay for are 60% off, okay? So it's only $5.95 for the first 3 months after your 1-month free trial. Now, on top of the premium selection, Audible also has thousands and thousands of all-you-can-listen audiobooks, original entertainment, and podcasts included in the Audible Plus catalog. Now, like I said, Audible Plus is their news service that lets you download and stream as much as you want from thousands of titles, including all Audible original content. Now, Audible originals are exactly what they sound like. Audiobooks are some kind of like audio entertainment thing that you can't find anywhere else. Or exclusive versions of books like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, read by Nick Offerman, for example. I'd recommend you sign up and listen to Hold Your Breath by Wendy Walker. It's like a whodunit mystery story about a psychiatrist interviewing the main character and everyone around her, and slowly starts to piece together this like murder mystery story. Sign up with my link, audible.com/Alex Meyers, or text my name Alex Meyers to 500-500, start your Audible Plus membership, and start streaming thousands of audiobooks today. Okay, back to the show.
There's a town that exists at the borderlands, a place of nightmares and dreamscapes, a place where folklore and myth carry the weight of fact and truth. Place where superstitions and their laws overshadow the laws of science.
The kind of place where you can have a redhead with tan skin and black eyebrows and no one asks any questions. The kind of place where almost everyone is gay or bi, but Kevin always complains about somehow never being able to find a date, which leads me to believe that the problem might just be you, Kevin. You know, to be fair, I actually kind of like this overly campy, very self-aware thing they got going on here. I mean, like, sure, it's just a copy of that meme of that guy from Star Trek, you know?
What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip?
Have you called a plumber to your home lately? How superstitious are you?
How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power of a curse?
Have you had your hearing tested lately?
But all the same, starting off, as you may recall, at the end of season 5, Archie and Betty were blown up by Hiram Lodge. But as you may be shocked to learn, that never actually happened.
Arch. You okay? Was it another nightmare?
Yeah, sorry I woke you. It was a bomb under the bed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the weirdest part, we were living in a town called Riverdale.
Riverdale. With a D.
Yeah, I bet you're thinking about that D, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, trigonometry is a difficult subject, so I get it. So yeah, for whatever mysterious reason, we're no longer in Riverdale, but actually in a totally different and also exactly the same place of Rivervale. So Jughead's moved in with his girlfriend Tabitha Tate. Now, of course, as things tend to go, after they move in together, they're forced to deal with all the quirks and eccentricities that they've kind of been ignoring until now.
Okay, so you didn't have time to hang up our pictures, but you did have time to put up a door on your new nook.
It took me all day, but I finally figured out how to get the ship in the bottle.
Which culminates in what is probably the most hilarious scene ever in this show.
No. We're stronger, and we made a promise that we would work through our problems. And I love you.
You say I love you?
Yeah. I've been wanting to say that for a while.
What? You moved in together? And you haven't even said I love you yet? Now, one day, Archie gets this idea in his head that maybe they could plant a bunch of maple trees to bring in more money to the town, because in season 5, we found out that Cheryl's maple trees have all dried up. But of course, Cheryl's not just gonna sit back and take this kind of disrespect, so she does the only logical thing anyone could possibly think of and holds a maple festival where we all get to watch Archie and Reggie saw through some logs of wood, you know what I mean? Nothing more manly than chopping wood, am I right, Archie? Heck yeah, brother. After this, I'm gonna hop on the internet and complain about women who won't date me because that's what tough guys do. And then it's time for
cooking marshmallows and peeing in bushes and doing something cool guys do.
But then the festival comes to its climax, if you will, with the whole town coming together to do this.
Archie, welcome. We've been expecting you.
Oh, who's...
She who walks amongst the trees accept our sacrifice and be appeased.
And so, just like that, Archie is dead. But I gotta say, having Archie taken out of the show kind of proves how he's like the most unnecessary character. I mean, like, the writers clearly don't know what to do with him because he never really does anything, and he's just like the most boring character of the entire show. It's like he's just this wooden board with abs who has zero character depth, just walking around all day like, hey, does anybody know where I can find a personality? Anyway, so the next 3 episodes of the little miniseries thing is pretty much what I wish Riverdale actually was just all the time. Because you see, in the Riverdale universe, magic, monsters, ghosts, like, it's all real. Like, there's an episode where La Llorona comes to take Tony's baby, and she, like, takes its place and becomes the new La Llorona. Or, in my favorite episode, the actual devil himself shows up in town to, like, claim souls, I guess, you know, because why not?
No, you keep that and pay me next time, Jim.
Thank you, Pop. God bless you.
You have the biggest heart I know, Grandpa.
Yeah, you know, that's what I get for drinking all the leftover fry oil every day for 60 years. And so this devil guy goes around town making everyone's dreams come true, sorta kinda, in exchange for their souls. Like, Veronica opens up a casino which ends up doing really well because she sacrifices Reggie.
You shouldn't have double-crossed me, Reggie.
Or like Kevin finally gets to be on Broadway. And then of course there's that part where the devil goes over to Cheryl's house and it's like, Cheryl Blossom, I'm here for your soul. Get it? Cause she's a redhead. And what we also end up finding out in this miniseries is that Cheryl is actually an eternal being cursed in the 1800s, and with the help of Sabrina, transfers her spirit into Nana Rose, who dies, and then Nana Rose's spirit is now in Cheryl's body forever, I guess.
When the warlock Fen Fogarty died, he cursed Abigail with immortality. She created the persona of Poppy Blossom, then Cheryl Blossom, so that no one would suspect the truth.
Abigail was forever haunted by the loss of her first true love. She wanted to be reunited,
to move her soul into a body no longer meant to be in this world.
Roseanne Blossom can once again enjoy my precious youth.
And so this brings us to the final episode of the miniseries where they desperately try to have everything make sense.
Archie Andrews has somehow just come back from the dead.
Of course she did, because nothing good ever lasts in Riverdale. So right off the bat, there's this string of very strange events, like Jughead seeing his own dead body, and then he finds this box of comic books about Riverdale and Rivervale.
And these comics, they're about us. The first 95 are called Riverdale, and they're set in a town called Riverdale, and then there's this explosion, and suddenly it's Rivervale. I think Rivervale is a parallel universe to Riverdale. Riverdale comes first, and then there's Rivervale, which is a lot like Riverdale, except it's darker, nastier.
So just to summarize here, what we come to find out is that the explosion at the end of season 5 destroyed Riverdale and gave birth to Rivervale, somehow. And now all these parallel Riverdale universes are converging.
Hey, babe. Miss me?
Okay, you know, I gotta hand it to him. Like, this is actually pretty funny, bringing back the season 1 Reggie. Like, even I have to admit, this is kind of clever.
So you're saying he's me?
No, bro. You're me.
But I came first. I'm Reggie Prime, baby.
Yeah, but you've been in like 3 issues.
It doesn't matter who came first or who's been in more issues. We obviously can't have the two of you running around town freaking everybody the hell out.
Yeah, come on guys, this is Riverdale. We can't have 2 Asian kids, that would just be ridiculous. So because the universes are smashing together, everything's becoming unstable and it's all gonna just like explode and disappear or something. And we find out that the one who can save the universe from blowing up at any second now is of course Ethel Muggs, who finally took some time away from the smut section of her local video store and spends like 4 hours writing all this stuff on the chalkboard.
That's the moment of time the pocket universe, this universe, was created. If we could recreate the circumstances of its birth, then theoretically the same energy that conjoined them could also separate them.
Okay, so by your logic, we just have to accurately recreate the events in Archie's bedroom.
Wait, so all you gotta do is just figure out what Archie and Betty were doing in Archie's bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Quick, we need to save the universe. What were you two doing in bed that night? Maybe we could just let the universe explode? And so, because trying to involve Barchi... would be kinda awkward. It comes down to Jughead and Veronica to take their place.
Billions of people will die if we don't split the universes.
All right. Let's do it. Let's make out to save the universe.
Yes. Let's. But then at the last second, there's one final plot twist with Archie.
I knew you'd be doing something stupid, like trying to separate the two universes. I can't let you do that.
Veronica's on her way here right now.
No, Jug, she's not. I killed her. What? Because you told her the truth.
You're Rivervale's big bad?
I'm not a villain. Jug, no one stays dead here.
Is this about your dad?
Don't you get it?
So you're saying this whole thing, the whole miniseries, is just to explain the teen drama trope of no one staying dead? That's what this is all for? But then, of course, as you probably already expected, you know, Betty shows up and kills Archie, obviously. And so now Jughead and Betty have to make out to save the universe while the bomb goes off. Just kidding, another Jughead shows up and tells them that there's another way to save everyone. Promise you, I'm not making any of this up, okay? This is actually what happens in the show.
What is the other power source that's going to fuel Riverdale after it separates? Imagination.
the real magic was friendship.
Jughead here is going to save Riverdale by becoming a living battery. Story generator. It powers Riverdale by writing the stories that fuel the universe. Yeah, you write and Riverdale lives.
Yeah, so long story short, Jughead becomes God and saves both universes by writing out what's gonna happen for the rest of forever. While he and Ethel Muggs stay down at the bunker with their endless supply of Depends diapers, I assume, because I don't know how else this is supposed to work. So this miniseries is basically just like, it takes every trope and fan theory, you know, how like, what if the entire show was actually just being written by Jughead and things like that, and it just makes it all canon, kinda, sorta, not really, like if you think about it in a certain way, you know what I mean? But I will say though, okay, watching this miniseries, like this as someone who criticizes Riverdale for a living, what? Like, this is what Riverdale kinda should have been the whole time. Season 1 was a very competent, like, whodunit kind of like murder mystery. And then from season 2 onward, it just kept getting more and more ridiculous. And the thing that makes it the most ridiculous though, they always lean a little bit into how like, you know, oh, it's demons, oh, it's flying babies, oh, it's magical cults, everyone's disappearing. But then they always explain it away, right? How it's like, well, actually, you know, it was all just jingle jangle and it was the special paint that they were using in the school and you know, he didn't come back from the dead. It's actually his like secret cousin's twin who we just found out about who looks exactly like him. You know, it's Vanessa Hudgens rules, right? With this miniseries where they're just like, yeah, the devil shows up. Yeah, La Llorona shows up. Yeah, ghosts are real. Sabrina's real. Magic's real. It was actually like more, almost like more believable because like, I don't know, in the world today where everything is superheroes and like, you know, vampires and werewolves, it's like I kind of wish Riverdale was just that. The fact that they've been trying to keep everything realistic just makes it more ridiculous. Like, I kind of wish it was just like, yeah, demons are real, dude. You know, like that just, it makes it so much more easy to digest, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating how they do the ever ongoing Riverdale trope of like, everything cool, just kidding guys, we take it all back, it didn't happen, it's not real, haha, it was all a dream, and or no one ever dies, everything's cool guys, whatever. Hope you enjoyed the video guys. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that stuff. I have a podcast I do with my girlfriend, listen to that if you want. Hope the holidays were good and continue to be good to you, and I guess I'll see you in 2022. Bye everybody.